say you're playing Petrushka and you're trying to da 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 da, and you're like, okay, my articulation or the notes aren't connected. Like for me, one solution would be to slur the whole thing, right? And then to try to pretend that I'm slurring. But maybe I would just immediately go to that solution every single time for a problem like that. So Ravel Piano Concerto or Tomasi Trumpet Concerto or technical parts of the Peskin. Do you find yourself practicing that way, that you have tried and true solutions for certain problems? Or do you it sounds like to me that much of your practicing is organic and you're trying different things. But I'm just curious if you find, now that I've found a solution for this problem, that will be the solution for this problem. That's kind of what I'm getting at.
Yes and no. There are some things that there are some things for which I'll tell students, I have an app for that. So let's say it's the high soft entrance, which will give a lot of trumpet players will have the night sweats about a concert where you have to pick off a certain high note, in a piano setting. But there are a couple of things. One of the, if I could think of singing falsetto, projecting the sound this way, and maybe playing a little bit off my bottom lip, that's something I'll always do for the high soft entrance. Beep. Other things, it's more like a repertoire of a toolbox, and which I access more, or I stay more closely in touch with because I do teaching. And the more teaching you do, I think if we can turn around and use that to solve our own problems. One of the best all-purpose approaches for technical problems, which is counterintuitive, is think of it as melodic. Can I think of this? Can I think of that as a melody? And it puts a whole different spin on the thing. And lo and behold, a lot of times the finger issue will fall away, or the articulation, or whatever it is, just by thinking melodically. And I know Herseth talked about that, a lot. It's not something, and maybe the piece is very pointillistic and very, acerbic and astringent, and musically. But again, thinking melodically can be a breakthrough. But but I will be. I feel very free about, if something doesn't work, I'll try something else. And I have, but so I don't have. I guess to answer your question, I don't have a one size fits all approach, but I will have 2 or 3 favorite things.
Sure, that makes sense.
That I'll do, and then some things will. There are also techniques that I don't necessarily subscribe to.